Welcome to the Learn Flute Podcast, Episode 4.
Learning to play the flute will put you in a good mood for the rest of the day because the flute is the most cool, the most fun, the most beautiful of all instruments in the whole world. We're here to tell you you can do it, and Rebecca will show you how, step by step all along the way. She's a curly-headed blonde with a talent for teaching. Introducing the Learn Flute Podcast. Take it away, Rebecca.
Well, welcome to this Learn Flute Podcast, where I, Rebecca Fuller, will be taking you on yet another little journey towards better flute playing. Now, in the last episode, we talked about finger coordination, and I gave you a couple of exercise games that you could play at any time of the day in order to combat those slow, clumsy feeling fingers. We flute players get pretty good at learning to control many parts of our bodies in order to find beautiful tone and an easy, relaxed sound. Now today, we are going to be talking about breath control. Now I know this is a huge issue for many flute players. I know this because I'm one of them. And in teaching literally hundreds and hundreds of flute students, I have found that there is definitely a process to getting that breathing under control. I very vividly remember when I first started playing the flute many years ago, I had issues with being dizzy all the time. And the funny thing is that now that I teach, I have figured out why I was so dizzy back then and how to fix it fast so that enjoyment can be had instead of all that spinning frustration that I had. So many flute players are constantly working on their sound production and their tone. It's an ongoing process. Forever. And any musician who tells you that they have already learned it all is not telling the truth, because it just seems to be an innate desire music students have to always be progressing. Even until the end of time, I suspect. We can always improve. Most students put too much focus on the actual instrument rather than the operator of it. In most cases, that flute can only play as well as it is being played, right? Breathing and breath support is the brick foundation we players have for producing beautiful, clear tone. And today I'm going to give you a couple of hints that will help you on your way to lasting longer and sounding more clear. So we're going to start with posture. Now, what is posture? Well, we're going to think of it as our bodies being the most effective by finding a straight line from our tailbone all the way up to the tip of our heads. Just visualize that for a second here. Now, one important hint for today is for you to think of where you are holding your head by finding your chin line. Think about it right now even. Is it being held upright above your back and your shoulders? Or are you constantly dipping your chin below your shoulder level? That's the first thing to think of here. And once we achieve good and better posture, it will be very comfortable and normal. So try visualizing with me that you're a puppet on a string, connected to the crown of your head and stretched straight up to the ceiling and tied there. Now, if you visualize that properly, it should do the trick. With your chin above your back and shoulders, and that string tied straight up to the ceiling. Now, once we've straightened up enough, we're ready to learn to breathe. Yep, I said we're ready to learn to breathe. As if you already didn't know, right? Well, we're going to want to learn to play like a pro. And if we do that, then we need to learn to breathe like a pro as well, don't you think? It definitely is kind of funny to have to talk about how to breathe, but you'd be surprised at how many people come up with some really funny breathing habits when they're learning to play a wind instrument especially. These funny habits usually come from over-trying, I call it. Now, did you know that it actually takes more air to play the flute than it does the tuba? It's true. But no worries, I'll help you learn to manage that airstream so it won't feel like your flute is as big as a tuba, and we'll get it. I'll help you. Now remember, in the video lessons and the different learning modules I have over at learnfluteonline.com website, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, as well as give you the note exercises and tunes that you need at the appropriate levels for learning It's seriously so much fun. Okay, one more hint today for breathing, and this one's a big one. One trick that great players use is to learn to fill every little space and crack of their long lungs. Now, most students tend to only think of filling the upper part of their chest with air, and they don't even know or realize that there's 3 times that much space reserved for air lower down. A really, really good yawn will do the job. So open your mouth, take a lot of air in as if you're yawning. And yawning instead of traditional breathing will create so much expansion in your lung area. It just cannot be beat. We have to take in so much air in a very, very quick amount of time when we play the flute. So do this the next time you're practicing. You will not be sorry. You may find yourself yawning more often after that, but that's okay. It's just your body's way of telling you that it has room for all that air. So open up and take a big yawn. Taking a really large breath and filling all the way down to the bottom of your lungs, combined with really great posture we got started on today, will be a perfect way to start learning to hold together beautiful, clear tone. Now, of course, the recipe is more than just this, but let's take this one step at a time. I've got your back. I can't wait to show and teach you even more about learning to play the flute. I hope I'll see you soon in a learning module on the website or in the comments section of one of the videos or the blog articles. Of course, leave a comment and a 5-star rating here in iTunes, or if you're listening on my website. You are going to be so great. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening today. Remember that this is where people of all ages, such as you, can come, learn, and play the musical instrument flute in an easy-to-follow, organized manner, and in the privacy and comfort of your own home, on your own schedule.